Quick story. During one of the developmental phases of the FALCON-1 rocket, the team faced a problem with an engine part called the thrust vector control actuator. Now, this problem was major. The rocket wouldn't launch if this problem was not solved. Here's the challenge. Resolving this issue would traditionally take a long time. In fact, the estimated time period for solving this problem was 4 years. The problem embodied the complexity of aerospace engineering and manufacturing. Elon Musk, however, refused to accept this timeline. A lot was on the line. So one day, while airborne on a trip, he told the pilots to turn the plane around so he could return to SpaceX headquarters immediately. Upon his return, Elon and his team brainstormed the solution together, all the while applying unconventional and first principle thinking. They worked tirelessly, iterated rapidly and aggressively, and eventually were able to resolve that issue within weeks. In fact, they had already made significant progress in 19 hours, but they were initially told it would take 4 years to resolve. Here's what Elon Musk said in the aftermath. Stop being patient and ask yourself, how do I achieve my 10-year plan in 6 months? You will probably fail, but you will be a lot further ahead of the person who just accepted that it was going to take 10 years. Here's what I will say. The lifespan of a challenge is only fixed to the degree that you allow it. A fulfilling and impactful life requires both ethical alignment to ensure that what we are doing is worthwhile and strategic precision to ensure that what we are doing is effective and impactful. What makes a thing good is ethics. What makes a thing impactful is strategy. Ethics and strategy are two very distinct yet complementary forces when it comes to decision making and action. Ethics is the moral framework for our action, but strategy is the one that refines these actions and ensures that they are targeted and impactful. Reading books, for instance, can lose its value if strategic selection is not employed. Reading books is good, but prioritizing reading books that amplify your specific purpose and vision in life is accuracy by strategy. Being busy is nice, but what's most important is what you are busy doing. There must be a constant evaluation to eliminate the possibility of misplaced effort. Don't confuse motion with advancement. They are two different things. Let's move on from activity for its own sake to targeted and purposeful action. Effort is not enough if it's not accompanied by strategy that defines its accuracy and impact. You know what I've realized? When it comes to impact, it is consistency over volume. The things you need to do to be great at a particular thing are actually very few, but they must be consistently done. Remember, ethics plus strategy. Don't waste your arrows. I was having a chat with an older friend who is a top player within the fintech space, and he asked me a very interesting question. He asked me, what is the default setting of your productivity? And without hesitation, I told him excellence. He laughed and then asked me how I came to that conclusion. I then told him, I've realized that for most people, their level of productivity is hinged on two factors. 1, how big or small the pay is. 2, the stature and credibility of the client. So I decided to set a whole new template outside of those two for myself. There's an internal regulatory system that I operate by, so much so that if I'm doing you a favor and for some reason I'm offering my services to you for free, you will still get the best of me. My standards for productivity are not dependent on anything external. That's how you outcompete. That's how excellence can become a consistency. You know, one day during my musings, I wrote something that captures my philosophy on productivity. I wrote, even on cloudy days and days when everything looks gloomy, I look up into the sky and I know that it doesn't matter if I see it or not. The sun is shining thanklessly somewhere above the clouds, ever consistent. It does not wait for my validation. It does not require any encouragement from me. It does not care the size of the audience. It doesn't even need me to see it shining. It just does, because that's what it was designed to do. Every day, I respect the sun.